then he may well give the unknown another shot himself.
And, ladies and gentlemen, the rematch that we have all been waiting for. Bigger Grim and Montezuma Cortez against the Kindred in an elimination tag team match. Now, Bigger Grim has had shit luck lately with tag team matches. I apologize for my language, but that's really the only way to describe it. First, a few weeks ago, against this very same team, Montezuma Cortez's showboating nature got the better of the team, and the Kindred were able to score a victory against the Swoop and Snap connection. Now, they were able to get their victory back just a few weeks ago. But then, just last night, at the Dead or Alive Wrestling television taping, Tiger Man McCool abandons Bigger Grim in the midst of his match against the Kindred, leading to a beating by the Kindred on Bigger Grim. Bigger Grim fought valiantly, but in the end, not victorious against the Kindred. Um, Essentially, Cody Masters won with a pump handle Uranagi after a vicious match. Now, Mr. Hammer, you have a little more insight on the Kindred than I do. Uh, What what do you think is going through the minds of these two men and their leader Gaz Corvin as they are once again facing the Swoop and Snap connection?
Well, first of all, I mean, to give credit where credit is due, the Swoop and Snap connection are among the top tag teams in not just the independent union, but the entire world wrestling online. And Masters and the Fix, I think both recognize this and want to delete uh, these two men and any other competition that they may face in the tag team division currently.
What about Gaz Corvin? Do you feel that Gaz Corvin is pushing these two individuals towards tag team gold?
I don't think he needs to push them to tag team gold. I think um, I think he is helping them along the way, but I don't think he's pushing them. I don't. I mean, these are not men who need to be pushed by anyone. These are merely they are merely men who have been denied opportunity and are utilizing one another's resources in getting the opportunities that they feel they have been denied. This is, I mean,
And here we go.
this is not some this is not some flock of miscreants. You know, no matter how they wind up dressing. We may make an exception of that with the Fix, but generally speaking, Gaz Corbin, Cody Masters, T.A. Stanton, they're not a flock of misfits and miscreants. And they are merely um, a group of non-traditional, uh, socially non-traditional individuals. I mean, at least in some, at least as far as the world of professional wrestling market, you're not seeing guys who are going out there. They're not going out there trying to be the pretty boy rock star or whatever.
And here come the Kindred, almost making fun of the Swooper Snap Connections entrance.
Yeah, I think they are making fun of it.
Making a mockery of the fan adulation.
I think not just the, yeah, I was going to say not just of the Swoop and Snap connection, but the general fan adulation, which, I mean, they don't really tend to want to thrive on. I mean, they're the fans want to support them.
A hard hard kitchen sink to start this matchup by the Fix to Montezuma Cortez. And this is a David and Goliath matchup if I've ever seen one. The Fix, one of the few super heavyweights in the Worldwide Wrestling Network.
Well,
and Montezuma Cortez.
He's only, to be fair, he's only a super heavyweight because, as I was joking earlier, this is not a guy who passes up all you please buffets. I mean,
Romero special by, and you've got to think of the leg strength that would take a man the size of Montezuma Cortez to get a man the size of the Fix up in that type of maneuver.
Well, not just to get him up, but to hold him there for any length of time. I mean,
the
you're
leg
right.
and the core strength of Cortez
you're right.
has got to be astounding.
No, I absolutely agree. But at the same time, I think that's going to wear him out just as quick as it. I mean, and we see him tagging in Bigger Grim. I think that's probably tired him out doing that just as quick as anything. Because it did damage to the Fix.
A hard elbow drop across the chest of Bigger Grim by the Fix, but Bigger Grim catching Cody Masters on the way into the ring with a combination backbreaker into the Russian leg sweep, and now Grim is back in his wheelhouse with a triangle choke. Back body drop by Masters. Pointed elbow straight to the top of the head. And Bigger Grim is trying to control the pace of this match, but Masters is resilient. A roll up by Bigger Grim and a clinching powerbomb. Bigger Grim attempting to use some of that MMA training and his background in his wheelhouse to get an advantage. And the tag team maneuver. Oh! A back suplex and leg drop by Cortez and Grim, and Cody Masters kicks out. And Masters with a hard forearm shot. A snapmare, and then a snapmare takeover as well. Attacking the neck of Montezuma Cortez. And Cortez going for that sunset flip powerbomb. But no cover. This has been one of Cortez's biggest problems as of late. Not taking advantage of the situations that and the opportunities that his maneuvers allow for him to take advantage of. But it looks like he's setting up for the Rolling Thunder clothesline. Shades of Conan, one of the best luchadors and most historic luchadors out of Mexico. Most known for his time spent in WCW as a member of the NWO and the NWO Wolfpack. And Montezuma's revenge by Cortez.
We may just get a little bit of revenge back for the other night.
And Bigger Grim prevents the Fix from getting and breaking up the pin. And Cortez is taking it to the Fix. Hard reverse DDT.
They have a little bit to prove after recent events. I'm not entirely surprised with the way this is going.
The Fix swatting Montezuma Cortez down, using the height and weight advantage fairly well, but now we have Cortez chopping the big man down and slowing the pace. With an abdominal stretch maneuver, the Fix fights out. And a hip toss by the Fix. And the Fix going up to the second rope, measuring Cortez. Double axe handle. And the Fix, it has Cortez in a precarious position. Looks like he's going for superplex. And the Fix appears to be now taking control of this match, where it looked like the Swoop and Snap Connection were in charge. Interesting turn of events. Gutbuster by the Fix. But now the pace of the match is catching up to him. The fatigue is setting in. And time is not on the Fix's side. The longer he goes in this match, the most likely he's going to blow up. Cover by the Fix on Cortez, and he did not get all of the cover on that he wanted.
No,
even with the hook of the leg. Now Cortez looks like he's fighting back. Sunset flip, powerbomb. Cortez needs to tag in Bigger Grim. And he doesn't. He's trying to prove, and he has 8-second ride. The strength of Montezuma Cortez, and a cover 1, 2, kick out by the Fix. Figure 4. Head scissors applied, the Fix slipping out of it. Hard right hand, reeling Cortez and dropping the elbow across the chest. And you are right, Mr. Hammer. Cortez probably does have something to prove after he was the one that took the pinfall loss against the Kindred in their first encounter.
And
but also think of the beating that the Kindred gave unjustly to Bigger Grim just last night.
Well, I don't know.
Both of those men.
I don't know if I'd call it unjustly, but there definitely was a beating. Check that.
It was essentially a handicap match, in a match that was scheduled to be a tag team match, and Grim was abandoned by Tiger Man McCool as partner in the middle of it.
Details, check.
The Fix with a single underhook face breaker and a cover. And now it is a one-on-one match, the Fix against Bigger Grim. And Grim going straight to his wheelhouse with that guillotine choke. And that's it. That's the victory. The Swoop and Snap Connection have avenged their loss against the Kindred. What's going on, Machete? And here we have, in review, the Rolling Thunder clothesline to Cody Masters. And that single arm face breaker by the Fix. And Grimm just couldn't get there in time, but he made up for it with that guillotine choke to get the victory for the Swoop and Snap connection against the Kindred. And as these two men celebrate their victory, we will sign off for the Independent Union for this evening. Bigger Grimm, Montezuma Cortez stand victorious.